Hello, my name is Michael Heitman, and I am giving you an overview of 5 assignments in my coursework during this Master of Information Science program that I think are a good illustration of my skills and just skills needed overall for someone in this industry. The first selection that I've made is a course that I took at Independence University. Uh, the assignment is called Evidence-Based Management, and this assignment examines how leaders leverage facts and evidence to make decisions. This approach of evidence-based management gives great value to leaders and decision makers. A quote from here says, "The value of evidence-based processes or management to leadership is a clearer and more concise roadmap to effective data-driven decisions. Letting the evidence do the heavy lifting of decision-making frees the leader to focus on other priorities that may have a greater impact to the organization." So I think this is a great skill for leaders to have to help eliminate biases that they may bring to any situation. The next selection that I have chosen was a case study on the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, when they were implementing a system called the Virtual Case File System by a vendor named SAIC. Unfortunately, this did not go well, but it's something that can be learned from for IT leaders, because in this case they spent years and approximately $170 million invested in this system that ultimately failed and necessitated another system to be built and utilized for their needs. So there's some great lessons learned in that particular case study. The next selection is the last one that I've selected from Independence University, which is on ethics. Now, this actually came from a financial accounting course where obviously ethics are important, but I think it's important because ethics need to be part of every organization, and especially as it relates in IT related to data in particular. And I think it's very important that leaders recognize this and create a culture of this, because an organization that is not committed to a culture of ethical practices and values is an organization that is doomed to fail. The fourth assignment is my first selection from my coursework at South University, and this one is called Big Data and Social Networks and R. Now, this selection looked at big data and kind of went through a little bit of a history on how data has developed and grown and how it's been used over the past few decades to provide a historical context. But the important part is understanding how we use and leverage this in systems every day. And I love this quote in the paper. It says, "The data explosion is going to make life difficult in many industries, and the companies will gain considerable advantage, which is capable to adapt well and gain the ability to analyze such data explosions over those other companies. Finally, data mining techniques can be used in the malware detection in clouds. The challenges of security in cloud computing environments can be categorized into network level, user authentication level, data level, and generic issues." So this highlights some key issues that organizations need to understand when utilizing data and security procedures that are related to that. The last selection that I have is from a data management course that I took at South University, and in this submission I created a data quality management plan. We had to select an organization of our choice. I selected a unique one which really challenged me and I appreciated everything that kind of resulted around that. And that is the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, or the NGA, which provides intelligence for military and other government organizations, as well as providing products and information available to all users. This is important because understanding how to manage and have a system in place for data quality management is important. There are a lot of different approaches in this assignment. I look at one that was put forth by Sally McCormick and Deborah Longer. This approach breaks down data quality management into 5 steps that continually operate in an iterative process. These 5 steps include data profiling, define data quality rules, design data quality improvement process, implementation of the data quality improvement process, and monitor data quality. And I think those are 5 key steps that are very helpful. And it also, in this particular paper, looked at also some continued development of some things that we did as far as online transaction processing models, and also some SQL statements, and also an online analytical processing model, and kind of a 3D cube model created there, which is a great illustration of things learned in the course. So these 5 selections, I feel, provide a broad overview of coursework and skills learned and honed through my coursework, and I think could be a great could be great in assisting any IT leader with useful information.